My name is Anne, and this is Toby, and welcome to a Tobyknits Flosstube episode 59. Toby is a little bit wet still. He had a bath today, and he's not bad in the bath, but it's not his favorite thing, is it, Tobe? So you get behind me and get warm. Come on in. Say hello, Bob. So Bob got that for Christmas from my good friend Sue. And normally you don't see it because he's got sweaters on top of it. So obviously he decided today he was going to show you all. Now he's got his sweater back on. Well, I hope you have a cup of tea and get dead comfy, because today we are talking about cross stitch. It's pretty cold today. It's pretty cold, I have to say. I live in Canada, the great white north, and yeah, I'm originally from England, and I've been here 40 odd years now. So been cross stitching since I was 17, and yeah, so let's get on with what I have to tell you. I decided this year was going to be the year of the stitch. So what I'm doing, because I also knit and crochet, and I put videos up for them every other Monday, the first and third Monday of the month, I believe it is. I do the floss tubes every Wednesday, and once a month I come in with a quilty fun video, because I also quilt. And so, yes, I'm retired. I lead a crafty life. And I try to do a live once a month too. Not sure about this month because I will be in Nova Scotia, but hey, we'll see. Maybe I will have some downtime and I've got time to do it when I'm not racing around after a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. And then my son, the 32-year-old, or is he 33? Wait, is he 34? No, wait, he's 33. He's something like that. Yes, so we are heading there on Friday. Oh, I'm so excited. And on the train. So I'm only taking so many of my projects with me. So next week will be a bit different than usual. Get out. Oh, this is what happens when he's home with me during the day. It's like, So the way I do my cross stitch is probably different from the way everybody else does it, because I have so many, and I have a ton of whips that I found from 2007. Yeah, you heard me right, 2007. And I have a whole pile of kits that I never even opened since 2007, because I took a little bit of a break from cross stitching, about 15 years. Yeah. And then when COVID happened, I pulled them out again and started cross stitching and got addicted again, as you do. As you do. So I set mine up by days of the week so that I know what day I'm working on what project. Yes, it doesn't get tremendous finishing done. Like, it's not a quick fix, but I love this because for me, I get to work on the same 6 projects. I know there's 7 days in the week. We all know I'm not very good at math, but one of the days I let the wheel pick what all the other 6 days are and any odd whips I've thrown in. And then of course on Saturday and Sunday I do Wipgo. So there's always something fun to look forward to every day. So let's just go through it and I'll show you. Mondays, I work on New Start Mondays. And the idea was going to be I was going to do a new start once a month. And for that month, I would work on that new start So I'd have 12 new starts in the year, and then it would also lob itself into the wheel Wednesday. That was the plan. And then something happened. Halfway through January, I got this in the mail. I ordered it. I mean, it wasn't a surprise. But it's for my granddaughter, who's the only one who has not got a birth sample yet. So this is what came in the mail mid-January. So of course I had to start it. So then I thought, every 3 weeks, should I do a new start? And then that way I'd have more. You'd have to do the math because you know I can't. I'd have more than 12 in a year. But then this month it's been a bit difficult because of going away and only being able to take so many projects. And that might happen a few more times during the year. So I think I'm going to go back to, for the month, I'll work on each beginning of each month. The first Monday of each month, I'll have a new whip. Other than Tiny Tuesday. I'll explain. So this is the one I have started. And here is a picture of where I was up with it last week. Now, it's not going to look much different in that I'm working on the clouds. And the clouds, because I like to start in the middle and go to the top left-hand corner. And then do that, go over, down, down. But the problem is the clouds are one strand full cross. So you can't hardly see them. So here is now where I'm up to. So I did get more of these clouds done. It's a bit nicer. It's a very, very pale blue, almost white. And then there are 2 more different kinds of blue, which kind of make it look a bit better. And you can see I added them here. They're so... And then I did this little bit last night as well. And I got this flag. So I still don't think I can finish the back stitch here yet, because I think I have to go up here with more of that white, because I don't want to back stitch before I've put a stitch in. So here's where I'm at. So that actually, believe it or not, was about 3 hours work. But it's just so hard to tell because of that very fine cross with the one strand. Not a fan of one strand. I'd rather do a half stitch than I would a one strand, but you know, what are you gonna do? Now Tuesdays, I work on Tiny Tuesdays, and they go in my tiny little bag. And these I'm going to stitch north in April, end of April. And I'm super excited. It's the first time I've been to a big cross stitch event. I'm going with my friend Diana, and there's also Sue and Liz are coming too. And I just got chatting to a lady that was on a different podcast I watched, Catkin and Lily. And she mentioned she's going to Stitch North. And I'm like, so am I. So we're going to try to meet up. So that'll be fun. So when you go there on one of the days, or maybe it's both the days, I'm not sure. But at a certain time of the day, there is a thing called, what is it called? Stitchy Kindness or something. And each of you have little tiny things you've made, little projects, and you swap them with people. So I want to start now and make a bunch of small projects, and the ones that come on the front of those magazines that come from England are perfect for that because they're quick and simple and they're fun. So the one I'm doing right now came from the World of Cross Stitch. I think it was the December issue. It came with 3 actually small projects, but I thought this one was really cute. It's a bookmark. So here is what it looks like. last time I started stitching it. And here is where I'm up to. So I have filled all of the middle in here. It's all done. So now I think this is the needle it's holding. And I finished the rest of that. So I just have to do the words and all the back stitch. And today, as I record this, it's Tuesday. So this is what I will be working on, hopefully this afternoon or tonight. The only trouble is we're going out today. My brother-in-law is coming to visit us and from Petawawa, because he's picking Toby up. He's going to stay the night, and then he's going to pick Toby up to take him home with him tomorrow, because he takes care of Toby for us when we're away. And Petawawa is about a 2-hour drive from here. And he's coming. So I think we're going out this afternoon and probably out for dinner. So I don't really know how much stitching I'll get done today, but hey, we'll see. Wednesdays, I do Wheel Wednesday. So all of the projects that I'm working on in the week feature in the wheel. So there's my first holiday, Tiny Tuesday, Little Owl, which is Thursday, Secret Grove Friday, the 2 Wipgos Saturday, Sunday, and any previous whips or projects that I worked on from the previous month. So it would have been Robin was still in it, and Sally, which was the new start for January. And Sally actually, where is she? Was what I drew last week, and she is beautiful. She is this one. This was a kit that I'd never even opened, ever. And I got it in about 2007, 2008, when I was home in England, and me and Mum went to Hobbyland or World or whatever it's called. And she picked out a bunch and bought them for me. And this was one. And it just reminds me of my mum. She used to wear big hats, especially at weddings and stuff. And so I really like that one. So here's a picture of where I was at when I left it off in January. And this is an interesting stitch because it has a lot of half stitches, but it's not a traditional half a stitch that you and I would know, as in you go in diagonally to half the stitch. Quarter stitches, maybe. It's the whole, oh, let me see if I can find one. This is what they are classing as a half a stitch. So it's half of the block, the 8 square, but it's a full cross. And I'm not kidding. Look the way it has come to give the really nice shaping. It's really interesting. So yeah, she looks a bit wonky with it because she's not all filled in the middle, but I wanted to get up to the top. And again, I started in the center and I worked my way up, and I wanted to get some color. I was getting a bit fed up doing all these, and a lot of these are 2 strands held together of 2 different colors. So blending, we're doing a lot of blending in the face, obviously. And so yeah, so this is where I'm at with it. I put in, how many hours did I do? It's 3 hours. I put 3 hours in on Sally last Wednesday. So she's super cute. So yeah, it's nice to pull out old stitches and work on them again. Like it's fun. So Thursdays is Little Owl. Now Little Owl is just gorgeous. It's in this bag. Little Owl is from Historical Sampler Company, and yes, they did send me this. Very gracious of them. And there's another one coming up in March. I have no idea what it's about though. So these are fun to do. If you've never done one of these SALs, you really need to get into it. And they are British company, but they are phenomenal. Two lovely ladies that run it. And you can do one of many things. You can order the box, which is a big box that comes with fabric. It comes with thread, sweets, another little gift, and something else. Like you get a whole thing, and that's the big box. Or you can just get the kit, the small kit, and that is just fabric and threads and a needle. It's always a gold needle. And or you can just buy the PDF. So if you're in Canada and you're not sure and you want to wait till the first one comes out and to see what it's like, and then you decide, oh yeah, I want in on this, because I mean, let's face it, we all do that, then you can just get the PDF. And if you've got your own fabric and your own thread, then you're good to go. And every 2 weeks for 2 months, you get a new part, and there's always 4 parts. So you get a top corner, then the next, and so on and so on. I am massively miles behind with this because, again, I only stitch it typically on a Thursday. Here's where I was at, and this is still, I was still on part 1, which was released January 1st, and then for 2 weeks. So because I'm behind, I'm now on part 2. So here's where I am now at, and I'm at part 2. I did finish off, since you last saw me, the rest of the border, and then I started some of the boxes. And what I like to do is I'll fill all the boxes in. So there's another box here and then here. And then I will then go back in and do each box individually. And it's going to be another one of these stars, another owl, and some more trees. But I think the trees are different each time. But I believe these are the same. So, you know, once you get going on it, it's really easy. There's not very many colors, so it's perfect. So it's called Little Owl Patchwork. And in the middle, we have a lovely house. So I'm excited to build the other half of my house on this. So I am super, I mean, look at the colors in this. Is that just not gorgeous? Do they not just look like, I don't know, candies or something that you just want to eat them? Yeah, I know it's thread. I know. But I really am enjoying doing this one. So again, you can still jump in on it, even though I believe, what day are we today? I believe tomorrow is part 4. But this one is coming with me to Nova Scotia. And I'm only taking 3 projects with me. My first holiday, because I want to show it to the kids. Little Owl is coming with me, so I need to leave that out. And the next one, which is my Friday, because Little Owl and the next one are stitch-alongs, which I'm massively miles behind. And I'm hoping, because we are going to be on a 24-hour train ride, yeah, I did say that, 24 hours, I've got lots of time to stitch, so I don't just have to stitch the 2 hours in the evening or something, because I'll be bored to tears. So this is going to be good. And then while I'm there, I'll just, because I can't take every one of them with me, so if I just take 3 bags, one will come with me on the train, which will be this one, and the other 2 will get packed in the suitcase, and then I'll probably try to spend 2 nights on each one. Now, I'm saying that very jokingly, because of course I'm going to be with my son, Sean, and my beautiful daughter-in-law, Miss Megan, and the lovely Leo, and the sweet Sunny, and of course we're going to be doing stuff, and the kids are going to be wanting Nana to read them stories and play with them. So more than likely by the time they go to bed, I will be exhausted and won't want to stitch, but you never know. You never know. And we are taking a plane back home, so it's not as long as a a thing, drive, but anyway, whatever. So this one is, I think, probably my favorite that I'm stitching on, and I actually believe it's the fabric. This fabric is Lugana. It's a 32 count. Wild Orchid is the color, and this is what it's looks like. I'm working on Secret Grove, which is a Needlelot Designs, and I just love this. This is a long stitch along. You can still get it. I'll leave all the links below. You can still get in on it. I just got the PDF myself. And it's just called for DMC colors. So it's pretty standard. If you've got a whole pile of DMC like I do, then it's easy, right? You just have to get fabric. And every 3 weeks, we get a new part. So here was where I was at, and here is where I am now. So this was part 1 across here. Part 2 was the lantern and the owl, who's Helos, I think is his name. And this is part 3, where we come down the tree and you'll start to see the mushrooms here. I think we're on part 5, maybe part 6 is going to be released on Friday next week. I can't remember. I don't even know. I don't keep up with when the new ones are released because I'm not working on them, right? But this is, aren't these colors beautiful? I mean, oh, her stitch definition, her coloring, it's just phenomenal. I love that. So yeah, this one is coming with, and I will work on this on the train. And, you know, like I said, hopefully while I'm there, I will have time to do more stuff. I will be recording from there next Wednesday, so you'll be coming with me, and I might try to do it more as a, depending on how much time I've got, of course, too, more of a vloggy type, so you get to see Nova Scotia and all that, and so that'll be fun. Saturdays and Sundays are Wipgo. And the way I have worked mine is I don't do it based on hours or based on stitch count. I just do it that every Saturday in the month of where we're at, so February, I work on the first number for however long that day, just like I normally would any of my other stitches. And on the Sunday, I work on the other number. So Saturday was a really old work. This was one from 2007. It was super hard for me to start this one because I couldn't remember where I was at. Plus, you know, in 2007, my stitching was, I mean, it was still good, and don't get me wrong, but I couldn't remember where I'd left off because it was a paper pattern, and I've been using Markup RXP for all my newer ones, and it's super hard to go back to paper because without showing you the chart, I'm having to fold it up and hold it above the hoop because I like a hoop, and I like a small hoop, so I have to fold the paper really small and hold it, and then, you know, when you've done a couple of rows, hi Toby, you're back, then, you know, it oh, Bob's vacuuming. He doesn't like the vacuum Hoover. Yeah, it's been hard to remember where, and in a lot of the cases, you'll notice it does use half stitches. And I feel like, yeah, this was Creative Accents. This is the pattern, but it is a division of dimensions. So Dimensions uses a lot of half stitches to do definition. which is obviously why they're called dimensions. Anyway, never mind. I know what I was talking about. So here is where I was at. And it took me a while to try to figure out, had I just finished off a stitch and not gone back, because you know you'd run out of thread, or was that a half a stitch? So it did take me a bit of a while, the first little bit to figure out where I am. But now you can see I've got the hang of it. And I think what I'm going to do is I want to work on this area here. Oh, sorry, my battery's running low. And I need to plug it in. Okay, sorry about that. The battery, I had to run and find the battery thing, and then I couldn't find the pluggy bit, and then, you know, and then it turned off on me. So anyway, so here's where I'm at. So I did get a lot of this done because I figured if I had color to bounce off, I'd know where I was. So I decided to just start a whole new with all the color here. Now that I can see where I'm at, I want to get this bit here all finished, if I can. And then what I want to do is go back and back stitch this, because I've now decided I like to back stitch as I go. And that way, because most of this is finished, all this area, there is more at the bottom here to go in. I don't think there's any more at the top. No, not on this side. So once I've got this area here around this leaf done, which again I think is mostly all this half a stitch, then I will come back in and start back stitching. Now, the only problem with this is I will be away the next 2 Saturdays, and I'm not taking this with me. So basically this is done for my Wipgo. But it is in the Wipgo board 2 more times, I think. So by the time I get to pull back out again, I will have forgotten altogether what I was doing and where I was. But you know what I mean. Then Sundays is picking puppies. Now this, I'm not too bothered about the fact that it only got 2 Sundays, because here is picking puppies. And this was my Wipgo, also on the Wipgo board in January, because again, it was in 2 or 3 times. So it's had a lot of work on it. So I'm not too worried that this is the only thing. So here's a picture of where I was at. And here is where I am. It looks weird. It looks like his nose is going the wrong way. But again, this is another dimensions kit, which has got half cross stitches and has a ton of 2-tone colors, if you like there's not very many one color. It's 2 strands, but they're 2 colors to get held together. So there's a lot more shading has to go into here to make it look normal. But when you do look at that, he looks like his nose, which I'm starting on the nose, it looks a bit wonky. I did get a lot more of the white. I came all the way down here with the white, and then I started trying to bring this down to get the nose color in. But this now gets put away until it's called again, basically. That's how that goes. So what have we got left to talk about? We need to pick tomorrow's, which for me is tomorrow, for you it's today. We are Wednesday. Now, because I'm going away, I won't go turn this on. You might have thought I'd have been a bit organized, wouldn't you? And again, I'm only taking my first holiday, Little Owl and Secret Grove, with me. I decided that I was taking out those 3 items from the wheel, because they're going to get a lot of love while I'm gone. So tomorrow I wanted it to be something that was still here. So we've got Peking Puppies, Roses, Sally, Tiny Tuesday, and Robin. Those are the things that are still left that I'm not doing. So here we go. Let's see what we get. What do I get to work on tomorrow? Tiny Tuesday. Well, now that might work, because if I don't get time tonight to finish that off, because I want to finish it, then I have tomorrow night to finish it. So that's perfect. So I need to write that down. Tiny Tuesday. So that will be the bookmark. And then that will be awesome, because then when I'm back on the next Tuesday. It'll be a new one. Oh, the next time I start it. So that's awesome. Okay, so that's all I have got for you. Oh, guess what I ordered? It's coming today. I'm so excited. I use a hoop. Years and years and years ago, I used to work at the cross stitch cupboard in Ottawa when my boys were very little, like 3. They're 33 and 35 now, so a long time ago. I don't even think the cross stitch cupboard's there anymore. I think it's all went ages ago. Anyway, I got a beautiful big stand, a wooden stand that I would sit and had a scroll frame on, and that's how I would stitch in my chair with this big stand. And it was lovely. And then we moved, again, and I don't ever know what happened to that stand. I think I still have the scroll frames, but I definitely don't have the stand, which is a shame because it was beautiful. And it was all handmade. Then I think at another time, I decided I wanted a lap one, which came with a scroll frame. So I ordered that one. That came, I had that one. And then we moved again. And again, I don't know what happened to it. I asked Bob the other day, is it still in a box somewhere? Because I'm fairly sure I still have some cross-stitch stuff somewhere that I can't find. And we've only lived here 7 years. But he said no, he thinks we threw it out. He thinks it broke and we threw it out. But he's not sure. So I said, okay, well, now I'm starting to use a hoop. I don't like the big frames. I don't like cradling it. I don't like, I have nothing to put it in. So I much prefer a hoop. And I like small 6-inch hoops, 8-inch at the most, but I prefer the 6-inch, that I can just move to that one little area I'm working on. I roll the rest of the fabric up and put a little clip on it so it's out of my way. And that's what I enjoy doing. And I was talking to my friend Sue, and she was showing me something that she was going to order. And it's a lap thing for a hoop. And I thought, oh, and it's not terribly expensive. So I ordered it. So it's supposed to come today. I was hoping it'd be here by the time I started this. Maybe by the time I go to edit this later, it'll be here and I can show you. But I'm super excited because I think it will. And it comes with a holder to put your pattern on, which is why I'm getting it. Ridiculous, I know. But when I use markup, then I don't think I need that. So I can just use my markup. But when I'm using the paper patterns, I've got somewhere right in front of me to put them. So I'm very excited to see how that works out. And hopefully it will work at the chairs when we go to Stitch North too. It's just so much easier. Anyway, that's it. I'm going. I will talk to you next Wednesday. Yes, for a floss tube from Nova Scotia. And I will be here Monday, this coming Monday, with a very interesting Tobyknits. So you might want to watch that too. Okay. I'll see you later. Bye.